Baruch Atah Adonai Sinu Elav Mitzvah Yaakov V'Ela God Ela Gibra V'Nara Ela Yingav Chasadim Tivim Kinakol V'Zevet Pastiavis Midigal Ibnevim V'Manch V'Yava Melech V'Zem Mishel Mogin Baruch Atah Adonai Mogin Avro Atah Gibra V'Chaim Mesim Atah L'Shia Moshe Baruch Midigal V'Chalkel Chaim V'Chas V'Chaim Mesim V'Achmin Novim S'Lemech Neifin V'Yefechen V'Matir S'Lemech Chaim Menosa V'Shefar Micha Moicha Vag V'Roisim Midem Melach Melech Mimis M'Chaim Etzmiach Yeshua V'Nemanot Alach Yis Mesim Baruch Atah Adonai Mechaya Hamisim Natish of Finari Top Meam Siach Svetem Sham Shoshim Kakush of Kosmiach of Parazel Zelium Kalish Kodesh on next face and Lopez Grader and some Shabkim Baruch Vered Nagin Kaimar Dibre Koch Kalkas of Lamer Adinam likes in their Helio, Topish, Simple Constitution, Pauline Salvador, Ata, Adina, Oel, Ata, Finin, Gas, Labin, Mishmio, Panina meets Fafaf, Mabino, the Dogs, Ata, Adina, my name, the Dogs, Ashivino, South of the Calvino Makino, the South of Baxterino, the Sugar, Flame of Napo, Ata, Adina. All right, said this sugar. Slav Vanovino, Kifatan, Mafalan Makino, Kifashano, Kelter, the Autobara, Ata, Adina, Fan, Hamadel, Slayer, Inamidin of the River, which got Kilgo, was at Autobara, Ata, Adina, Raya, Listrower, Yakin, Ordinary, Kiss in water, Bale, for a force, they will come to Kiama, and then on Rahman Otto. Baruch Atah Adonai Yifei V'Rei Ami Yisrael V'Rei Chalenu Adonai Leinu Asashon Adonai Zvis Kominis Kosol V'Teg V'Sein V'Amat V'Grafa V'Nei Adama Tzad'enu Mitavach V'Varech Shanasinu V'Shin V'Tevis V'Grafa Kiel Tevi Mitiv Atem V'Varech Hashanim Baruch Atah Adonai V'Varech Hashanim Tzekav V'Shever Gadol V'Keresenu V'Sanis V'Kavitz Kelisenu V'Kavitsenu Yachad Me'arva Konfes Aretz Artzenu Baruch Atah Adonai Habits need Fay Am Israel. Shiva Shekenu Shavia Sinatfilo, Basimenu Yavin Nafo, Moikalino Athan Vat for the Fast of the Rachnim, the Tzadok of Mishpat, Ata Adina, and Faith Stock of Mishpat. Belamal Shim, Asik, Balamina, because he didn't the holiday Am Famira, Preso, Mofus Harish, Mihida Saki, Shabbos Magir, Safia, Bim Havimino. Baruch Atah Adonai Zayder Oivim Machnia Zaydim Alas Nigim Balach Hasidim Baziknia Machabesh Yisrael Kaplitos Beis Sefer Amalia Terglino Yaman Rachmach Adinelim Sin Sakativ Kalabitkim Mishim Kadames Sin Fokin Imam Island Lenevish Kibakabutach Baruch Atah Adonai Ishon Miftach Vatzikim Musaimira Favarach Mishon Session Musaifa Katin Varda the case of David Abd from here up beside the talking of the so the car of Binian Island, but Ata, Shabayim, as time of David Abd from here, Satsmia, the kind of show Sako, English was talk even a Palayan, but Ata, Adinai, Satsmia, and Yeshua, Smartly, no ordinary, Avrak, Manadak, Himalayan, Kavak, and Nassino, Yoshmet, Phyllis Zakamoto. Milchana from a kindergarten comes to Katash Mias Philoskopa, but Ata Adinai Shoymea to Philo. Let's say Adinez in Bamkaisha, Lisa Samshaya, Sheba, the Savo, the Isha Salas Ghost on the Avos, the Clovrats in the Sales and Timid of the Salamachos, that then I named the Shill quality and the Achim, but Ata Adinai Amazir Shkinosa, the Tia. Zurkay Maginishino was held the telephone Saturday Minum to the Slav. Anisaf to the man of Anisaf of themselves for his Arab Vega to kill Kalaknafa, Madachim kills and Slav, Kivilam Kivilov. Buffalo Misparek Misano Misnas Shem Kamakino Tamil, Elambad, the Kalakai, Idokasala, Vision Pablo, Kito, the Shin of Sinasala, but Ato Adina. Shem fall upon the Hiders. Sim Shalan, the love of Heim, Pesavim, Malina Pesmava, Ratino, Vinupon, Kafad, Nafo, Naf, Satalano, Adinevino, the Raskaim, the Avas Kasad, Woodstock, Brafo, Brachnim, the Chaim, the Sholan, طيب هنا خلوبارك سام قيس وبخليس وبخل شعب يشمنا خبره حتى أدينا عن بارك اسم إن شاء الله شاء الله. Which one? تعالى پاشا بسیم پیاشم کم کیسه به مشام. تازه شب سینم سافت من مامار کم بکار شیم عادینا بشام نه. کی هوی رئیسین از آخر که آن نافنو از این رئیسین و آن برش ما خبرت لین بکر خاطر سین و منش نفع اسکالاش میرا با همین برای فیروسی یعنی خاطر سیاست مقابل میکنه خیلی نه فرمی خیلی دو خاطر شاب و من خالی دیوانه ایش میرا با فیروسی میام ایش برای فیشاب فیزای اسلامی بیسانسی بیسالش میشه کجا بری خود خاص بیشتر بخاطر من پاسار دام بیم رامه زند خالی شاب کردم اولش مای بیم رامه ایش نمی نبود میش مای دفعه تری مالین و کاری شاب بیم رامه ایش شام می برم یاز بیم شام مالین و کاری شاب بیم رامه من مر به یاد ما فرض به این یاد می خواهد دشمن یا خواهد. آمین. 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 آمین.
Public service announcement. Tomorrow morning we're not going to have tachnun. So because there's going to be a bris over here. Now the custom is we don't invite to a bris. First of all, anyone doesn't invite to a bris because Eliyahu and Navi is going to be by bris, and so we don't want to give anyone who has the opportunity to dine with Avraham Avinu with Eliyahu and Navi. He has an opportunity and he's been invited. He doesn't go. Not right. So we don't invite to bris. We just notify. In any case, there's another rule in our Machnas. One guest doesn't invite another guest, so I have no rights to invite anybody on both accounts. But I'm just letting you know there's going to be a bris here in the morning. There was no tachnun, and we're going to have a visit by Eliyahu and Navi. It's going to be my chapters, yeah, and my 6th or 7th time within a week with Eliyahu and Navi. Pretty cool. All right, today in Jewish history, tonight in 1369, Sicily made a rule that all Jews had to wear a symbol showing that they're Jewish. Men had to wear a star, some type of marking right over here showing that they're Jewish, just like the Nazis did. They did in the 1300s. Sicily is a very Catholic country, and our own little family story over there is that my father and his siblings and his parents were on the boat Exodus in 1947, going from Germany to Palestine, and they were turned back, and the whole story they were bombarded, whatever, they were shot at, and it was Cyprus. But this ship also made a stop in Sicily, and it was for people don't whatever. But they stopped when there was a quick stop. No, it was to drop off. It was to drop off someone. Unfortunately, my grandmother had a miscarriage, and they sent her to the hospital to die in the hospital. She didn't die, but said she was dying. Thought she was dying, so she used to always say the story over there that the priest came to her hospital room over there to have her accept before she goes, and she used to always like to say the story, loved saying it. She told him, he says, I have the son, I have the father, I don't need the son. Anyway. So my grandma didn't know that Gemara. All right, so a little learning over here about the laws of a false navi, of a false prophet, and the Rambam says in the Maariv Services. So the Maariv Services, says he brings there a story. He says in the times of Yecheskel, no, maybe it was earlier than times of Yecheskel. There was a story of there was a fake navi, a fake prophet, and that fake prophet, the fake prophet was killed for being a fake prophet. Being, like you said, that's one of the halachas of fake prophets. And his cronies came around and they said that what happened to him was that he was crowned by the other gods. They crowned him that night. That's where he was, and that's why he disappeared, because he was sent to heaven being crowned. And they made a play about this. It's interesting. During times of Yecheskel, they made a play, and this play, evidently, they had these playhouses, like sort of theaters in Eretz Yisrael. They had these shows. They had these showings, and it was the hottest show. Was a play on this story during the times of Yecheskel, during the times of Ezekiel. And so the Rambam brings him as an example of a Navi Sheker, of a false Navi, and what happens to a false Navi, that he gets killed. And so there's 4 mitzvahs regarding a false Navi. Number 1 is that you're not allowed to tell anyone to do anything in the name of Avodah Zarah, in the name of an idol, like it says in the pasuk. Oh, one second. So that's number one. Number two is you're not allowed to listen to someone who says a nevuah, says a prophecy in the name of a false prophet, even if they've previously said a true prophecy. We still cannot listen to them if they say anything in the name of an Avodah Zarah. Number three is we're not allowed to be a false prophet, saying a false prophecy. And number four is we're not allowed to be scared of punishing a false prophet. Now, the Torah tells us that we're not listening to a Navi, a false prophet, even if he could do miracles. Even if he could do miracles, that means that we're aware people could do miracles. In fact, in this week's parsha, we have Para and his henchmen do miracles. His, whatever you call them, his cronies, I don't know, his cabinet, his mafia. They're able to do miracles. They're able to do black magic, or whatever you want to call them. We still cannot listen to it. The Torah recognizes that there is chachma, there is wisdom within palm reading and all that other. It doesn't mean just because there's truth, there may be some truth to it. Most of the people that do palm reading are just full of baloney, but it doesn't mean that there's no truth to it. There is a chachma to it. There is such a chachma. There is such a thing. There is a wisdom to it. However, we don't listen to it. We don't do it. We don't listen to it. We're not supposed to listen. We're not supposed to get our palms read. We don't listen to it. We don't care about it. Even the stars, there is chachma to the stars. Like we know, it says that the stargazers of Parai said that the Redeemer of the Jews is being born on a certain day. We don't know if he's coming from we don't know if this Vashiach Yisrael, this Redeemer of the Jews, is being born to a Jewish family or an Egyptian family, and that's why Parai decreed that day all baby boys, not just Jewish baby boys, have to go to the Nile because of this information. It was true information. It wasn't a lie. They really saw it in the stars. Or it said that Avram Avinu was told that Avram was told that Avram won't have a child with Sarah. Abraham will, right? So, but the stars were correct, right? The star that said he's not gonna, it was correct. And so there is truth to it, but we're not bound to that truth. Like we've said the story, I think I've said the story here sometimes, huh? Said it recently about Rabbi Akiva, right? All right, so huh? It's a good story, right? I don't know.
The henchmen, they were able to do miracles.
They were able to do miracles.
Reverse.
Yes,
the ones
up to a certain size miracle they're able to do, right? But it doesn't matter. Even if we say even a person can do miracles, it doesn't make us listen to them. If they're a false prophet, we don't listen to them. But they can do miracle or not. Okay, do miracle. Okay, fine. All right, thank you very much.
Are we allowed to toivel the Nile for a weekend?
Are we allowed to toivel in the Nile for mikvah? Why not? Because of
I know
Avodah
it's like Avodah Zarah.
Batya did.
Okay.
Batya did her gear there.
Right.
What? Only men. We can enjoy the sun. Say we can still take a suntan. If someone says the sun's on the Avodah Zarah, we could still. Only a man may think we can't do it, but we can still get a suntan. So. We have the story of Eliyahu Hanavi, talking about Eliyahu Hanavi. You could ask him about it tomorrow. Maybe. Eliyahu Hanavi and the prophets of the Baal, right? They were in the times of King Achav, who was influenced by his wicked wife to convince people to do Avodah Zarah, to serve this Baal. So Eliyahu Navi finally came to him and said, enough, how much longer are you going to stand? I'll space the Ephraim on both sides of the fence. Are you going to be Jewish? or are you going to serve the Baal? Which one are you doing? Decide which. And he took them. He said he challenged their prophets, and he said, "Okay, we're gonna prepare a carbon, prepare a sacrifice, and don't bring any fire, and let's see what happens. Let's see if Hashem will consume your carbon." And nothing happened. David Hashem, nothing happened. And then he brought a carbon. He prepared a carbon, and fire came down and consumed this carbon. And finally, the Yidden did tshuva, and they didn't listen to the Baal for that time. But it always remind me of stories. I don't know what kind of trick he had over there, or if it was just a miracle. Such a miracle. Of course, it was just a miracle. But my mother's father used to say this story that he would right before the war in Poland, there was a lot of anti-Semitism going on, and but the Poles were known to be, in addition to being anti-Semites, they were known to be not the smartest, not the brightest people. They're known to be Polacks, and so they just had the train became a thing then, right? So they were starting up with them on the train. So I don't remember who did what, but the same or his friend. One of them went to the switch on the side of the train, the switch to the light. The other one went to the bulb and went. The other one turned the switch, and the bulb went off. Everyone was looking. How did that happen? Oh. And then he blew it back again, or went like this, and they went back on. They got scared off from fighting with him. So Eliyahu Navi had real powers. He was able to really do this. Mincha Maariv, page 118. Who wants to be Chazan? Who's being Chazan for Maariv? Who's being voted in? So you don't vote. You know your brother in. Nepotism. Okay, Nelson, go for it.
My vote counts twice.
All right. Page 118. You have to face
Adinai Elohim Emet. Malchus Ebros and Kibu Alei, Mashum Netel Kanu Shira Betsim Paraba Bamrakula. Malchus Rabban Abakayam, Rizet Eli on Ugramra. Etiako, the Gialamia, the Menabro, Kata, Dina Goal, Israel. Or taking away no time, so show me after them, because we're going to October. So, as nation, we're coming to a lot. Miskara, Miskada, Shmiraba, Libra City, Local City, Asper, Gonna be Permishita, Economic and Visra, Golo, Visman Curry, Ramen, Salary Service, Class, if it's not there, it's all Passa Biscuit, Passa Passa Damir, Yellow Ramen, Cabo, Tessin, Olas, and Visra, Kadam, Upload, Schmiding Ramen, Ramen, trying to find Kevin Linda for his travel Ramen. Price number about Visra. أنا ربي عزيز ما خاطر ورد بيوم يعني فاد مش ما فاد.
Amen. 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 Shmi Rabba Mubarak Yadam Holy Night Monday. Amen. 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 Yashika, tomorrow morning, davening 8:40. Dos afternoon, bris, full breakfast. Huh? Right after davening.